What would you do if you suddenly felt your heart racing, pain in your chest, and realized you were completely alone during a heart attack? Would you know how to react fast enough to save your life? For seniors over 60, this terrifying scenario is more common than you think, and the first few minutes are absolutely crucial. But don't worry, you don't have to be helpless. In this video, I'll share 7 essential life-saving steps that can help you survive a heart attack when no one else is around. These are simple actions anyone can take, no medical training required. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and to turn on notifications so you won't miss these vital tips, designed especially for seniors. Step 1. Recognize the early warning signs. Listen to your body's whisper. Many people imagine a heart attack as sudden, crushing chest pain like the dramatic scenes in movies. But the truth is often much subtler. Real heart attacks often start quietly, with symptoms that can be easy to overlook or mistake for something less serious. You might feel a persistent pressure or squeezing in the center of your chest, like a heavy weight pressing down. It might come and go, making you question whether it's serious. But if this sensation lasts more than a few minutes, or keeps returning, don't ignore it. Other signs include unexpected shortness of breath, even if you're not exerting yourself, pain radiating to your arm, shoulder, neck, jaw, or sometimes your back or stomach. You could also experience dizziness, cold sweats, nausea, or sudden fatigue. Let me share a story, Mary. A 72-year-old woman was gardening when she suddenly felt a dull ache between her shoulder blades and grew unusually tired. She initially thought it was just muscle strain, but when shortness of breath and sweating followed, she recognized these as warning signs and called for help immediately. That quick response saved her life. Remember, your body often whispers before it screams. Don't wait for dramatic pain. Treat any unusual or persistent symptoms seriously, especially if you're over 60. Early recognition is your first and most important step toward survival. Step 2. Call emergency services. Immediately, don't wait, don't hesitate. The moment you suspect a heart attack, your next and most urgent action must be to call emergency services right away. There's no time for second-guessing or hoping symptoms will disappear. Many people delay this critical step because they think the pain might be something minor, or they don't want to bother anyone. Some even attempt to drive themselves to the hospital. These choices can be deadly. Calling 911 or your local emergency number quickly connects you with professionals who are trained to provide immediate care. Paramedics don't just transport you. They can start life-saving treatments on the spot, carry essential equipment, and prepare the hospital for your arrival. Driving yourself, however, is extremely risky. You could lose consciousness behind the wheel, cause an accident, or delay urgent medical help. Instead, stay put and let the experts come to you. Consider Harold's story. At 75, he felt discomfort in his chest, but hesitated to call for help, fearing it might be nothing. When the pain intensified, he finally called 911. The ambulance arrived quickly, and paramedics stabilized him before getting him to the hospital, preventing serious damage. Or take Linda's experience. At 78, she felt nausea and cold sweats, but was unsure if it was serious. Thanks to advice from a nurse, she called emergency services immediately, which likely saved her life. Remember, emergency dispatchers would rather respond to a false alarm than miss a real emergency. Keep your phone within easy reach, especially if you live alone. Learn your phone's emergency call features like one-touch dialing or voice-activated calls, so you can get help even if you can't speak clearly. Can you commit to calling for help without hesitation if you ever face these symptoms? If you found this step important, comment 2 below and let us know how you're preparing to stay safe. Step 3. Chew an aspirin, slowly and calmly, your heart's immediate ally. After you've made the call to emergency services, one of the most powerful things you can do for your heart in those early moments is to chew an aspirin and do it slowly and deliberately. Why chew? Because chewing allows the aspirin to be absorbed into your bloodstream faster than swallowing it whole, which can make a significant difference in stopping the progression of a heart attack. Aspirin works by thinning your blood and preventing the formation or growth of clots that may be blocking the coronary arteries, the very cause of most heart attacks. By interfering with the clotting process, aspirin can help keep blood flowing, reducing damage to your heart muscle. Here's something many don't realize: timing is everything. The sooner aspirin gets into your system, the more it can limit the damage. Studies show that chewing aspirin during the onset of symptoms can reduce the risk of death and improve outcomes. But there are important precautions. Only take aspirin if you are sure you're not allergic and not on medications that increase bleeding risk. Use a regular 325 mg aspirin. Avoid coated or delayed release pills, as they take longer to work. Try to take it with a small amount of food or water to reduce stomach upset if possible. But don't delay taking it if you're in pain. Let me tell you about Joe, 72, who one morning experienced chest tightness and discomfort radiating to his neck. Knowing the signs, he quickly grabbed an aspirin from his kitchen cabinet, chewed it slowly, and then sat down to wait for help. His cardiologist later said that simple act likely saved critical heart muscle and improved his recovery. Even though aspirin is a common, inexpensive medication in a heart emergency, it becomes a lifesaver, one of the few things you can do on your own to fight back before help arrives. Are you prepared to use this simple but powerful tool if the moment comes? If this step surprises you or seems vital, comment 3 below and share how you plan to keep aspirin accessible at home. Step 4. Sit or lie down to protect your heart. Why staying still can save your life. Picture this: you've just called 911 and taken aspirin. The pain and pressure in your chest are intense, but your next move could be the difference between stabilizing your heart and making things worse. In this critical moment, the best thing you can do is stop moving. Find a safe, comfortable spot to sit or lie down, and try to stay as calm and still as possible. Why is this so important? Because your heart is struggling to pump oxygen-rich blood through clogged arteries. Every extra movement, standing, pacing, bending over, makes your heart work harder, increasing oxygen demand when it's already starved. Imagine Alice, an 81-year-old woman who felt a sudden tightness in her chest while cleaning her kitchen. Instead of pushing through her chores, she remembered her doctor's advice and sank into her favorite chair. That simple choice to rest likely prevented her symptoms from escalating to a full cardiac arrest. When you sit, support your back and keep your feet flat on the floor. Rest your arms comfortably, don't cross them tightly or hold tension. If you feel faint or dizzy, lie down on your side with your head slightly elevated. Avoid slouching. Keep your spine straight to ease breathing. It's natural to want to power through or finish what you're doing, but in this moment, doing nothing is doing something. You're conserving precious energy and giving your heart a chance to stabilize. Remember, staying calm and still also helps slow your breathing and reduce anxiety, which can prevent dangerous heart rhythms triggered by stress. So if you ever feel warning signs: pressure, shortness of breath, dizziness, don't push yourself. Stop immediately. Sit or lie down. Breathe slowly and deeply, and wait for help. Can you commit to this simple yet vital step if the moment ever comes? If this helps you see the power of rest in a new light, leave a comment below. Your preparedness might just inspire someone else to stay calm and save their life. Step 5. Unlock your door for emergency responders, a small act that can save precious minutes. Imagine this. You're alone, experiencing the frightening symptoms of a heart attack. You've called 911, taken aspirin, and settled down to wait for help. But when the ambulance arrives, the paramedics find your door locked tight. Now picture the precious seconds ticking away as they try to gain entry, whether by knocking repeatedly, calling you, or, a worst case, breaking down the door. That delay could be critical. Opening your door ahead of time may seem like a small and simple step, but in an emergency, every second counts. Paramedics aren't just rushing to your side, they're racing against time to stabilize your heart and prevent permanent damage, or worse. Take the story of Paul, a 76-year-old man living alone in a secured building. When his symptoms started, he immediately called for help, took aspirin, and unlocked his door before sitting down to wait. Paramedics later told him that the unlocked door saved them at least 30 seconds time they could use to begin life-saving treatment sooner. Think about it this way. Those 30 seconds could be the difference between walking out of the hospital and facing a much longer recovery, or even something more tragic. If you live alone or in a place with restricted access, preparing for this step in advance is crucial. Ask yourself, is your front door easy to open from the inside? Do you have a visible address so emergency responders can find you quickly? Could a trusted neighbor or family member have a spare key in case you can't get to the door? Some seniors consider installing smart locks or medical lockboxes that allow responders to enter without forced entry. Small preparations like these create a safety net for moments when you might be too weak to act. Remember, unlocking your door is not just about convenience. It's a powerful way to take control of your own survival. Are you ready to make this small but vital change today? If this insight surprises you or feels important, drop a comment below. Your story or question could help someone else prepare too. Step 6. Use speakerphone and medical ID features on your phone. Let your phone be your lifeline. When you're waiting alone during a heart attack, your phone becomes more than just a device. It's your lifeline. Knowing how to use it effectively can make a crucial difference. One of the smartest moves is to switch your call to speakerphone immediately after dialing emergency services. This simple action frees your hands and lets you focus on staying calm and breathing steadily without the strain of holding the phone to your ear. More importantly, speakerphone allows the dispatcher to hear you clearly. Even if your voice weakens or you suddenly can't speak, they can listen for subtle signs in your breathing, background noises, or changes in your tone that help assess your condition and provide better guidance. Take Susan's story at 79. She fainted just moments before help arrived. Luckily, her phone had her medical ID set up, a feature available on most smartphones that displays critical information like allergies, medications, and emergency contacts right from the lock screen. Paramedics accessed her info instantly, avoiding dangerous medication mistakes and contacting her family quickly. Setting up your medical ID takes just a few minutes, but it lasts indefinitely. Include essentials like your full name and birth date, any chronic conditions or allergies, medications you're taking, emergency contacts with phone numbers. This information can save vital time and guide responders in delivering the right care, especially if you become unconscious or unable to communicate. If your phone is locked or you're too weak to unlock it, dispatcher and responders can still access this info, so make sure it's set up and kept up to date. Remember, your phone isn't just for calling, it's your partner in survival. Learn to use speakerphone and medical ID now, so you're ready if the unthinkable happens. If this insight feels important, Comment 6 below and share how you'll prepare your phone today. Step 7. Slow your breath to calm your heart. When a heart attack strikes, panic can easily take over. Your chest tightens, your mind races, and fear can spiral out of control. But amidst the chaos, your breath is a powerful tool that can help steady your heart and keep you focused. Controlled breathing won't stop the heart attack itself, but it can calm your nervous system, reduce anxiety, and help prevent dangerous heart rhythms triggered by stress. Here's a simple technique anyone can do. Breathe in slowly through your nose for about 4 seconds. Hold that breath gently for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for about 6 seconds. Repeat this pattern, focusing on the rhythm of your breath. This steady, mindful breathing gives your body an anchor, easing your heart rate and helping you conserve energy while you wait for help. Take Frank's experience at 83 when he first felt the symptoms. Fear overwhelmed him. But remembering a breathing exercise his doctor had taught him, he focused on each breath, stayed as still as possible, and calmed his mind. By the time paramedics arrived, his heart was unstable but hadn't gone into full arrest. Practicing this breathing regularly, even when you're healthy, can make it second nature. So, in an emergency, it becomes a powerful instinct to calm your body. So next time you feel stress building, whether during a heart emergency or everyday life, remember your breath is your ally. Slow down, breathe deeply, and stay present. It could save your life. If this tip resonates with you, comment 7 below and share how you plan to use this breathing technique in your life. Life doesn't come with guarantees, and moments of crisis can remind us how precious every breath truly is. But knowing how to respond, even when you're alone, can make all the difference. These simple steps aren't just instructions, they are lifelines. They're about hope, resilience, and the power you hold within yourself to face the unexpected. If there's one thing to take away, it's this: preparation isn't about fear. It's about love, the love you have for yourself, for your family, and for the life you still have to live. So, take a moment today, reflect on what you've learned. Share this knowledge quietly with someone who matters, because sometimes the smallest act of kindness can save a life. Thank you for being here. If this message touched your heart, feel free to like, share, or leave a comment. Your story might be the light that guides someone else through their darkest moment. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to join a community committed to learning, caring, and living fully together. Here's to courage, connection, and the quiet strength we all carry.